Yeah, Capitol today, dairy farmers from across the state celebrated Dairy Day, but also called on state leaders for help.
NBC Connecticut's Stephen Pappas was there and heard from dairy farmers and lawmakers about the help they're looking for. He joins us live from a dairy farm in Ellington. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Kevin and Amber. The day at the Capitol today meant for celebration and showcase of dairy farms across Connecticut. For the most part, it was. But dairy farmers today telling me that they are in trouble.
With additional supply, some tightening on trade affects our price, where it's dropped about 30% from 2025 to 2026.
Seth Baylor of Oak Ridge Dairy in Ellington says his farm is making about $500,000 less per month than he did last year. Him, along with other dairy farmers, taken to the state capitol today to lobby for Senate Bill 74, called an act establishing a tax credit for dairy farmers. They say it is critical in keeping dairy farms alive in the state.
We're asking for $20 million for 2026, and then we're also looking for a long-term solution where we can have a refundable tax credit to dairy farmers.
For those that were born and raised on the farm, they say federal regulation and the importing of milk into the state has turned a once booming industry in danger.
Right now there's only 79 dairies left in the state of Connecticut. When I graduated from high school in 2000, there was over 300. So from 2026, we lost 240 farms.
Some local lawmakers are on board with trying to save dairy in Connecticut. They say the price of milk set by the federal government is losing these farmers money. In fact, lawmakers say the dairy industry got a 25% decrease in funding from the federal government, and that this funding would stop a catastrophic collapse of production.
50% of our farms would just go away overnight, and that's something that I think that people need to understand. We cannot afford to lose our dairy industry in Connecticut.
Now, Senate Bill 74 is expected to be voted on in the state budget. There were a lot of tax breaks that were promised by lawmakers. Still yet to see what the final budget will be. The end of the legislative session is May the 6th. In Ellington, Stephen Pappas, NBC Connecticut News.